This is the 12th video in the beginning programming series, and in this video we're going to look at loops or repeating things. For more information visit jb.works and at the search prompt enter the TMT code shown at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so first of all, what is a loop? A loop basically lets you do something over and over again a number of times. So a quick example here is this is a repeat statement, which is one of the ways you can loop in Octagon. And what it says is I want to repeat whatever's below here 10 times. And then it will get to here and it will go back up and it will do that 10 times in a row. So this will print Jack 10 times in a row. So there's also another way you could do it without a loop. But just before we talk about that, this is 1, 2, 3 lines of code. I could print Jack 10 times in a row by simply having 10 print statements, one after the other. And it would do exactly the same job. But instead of using just 3 lines, I'd be using 10 lines. So the first thing is it lets you save, loops let you save space in programs. And they also let you reuse code. So we're reusing the print Jack over and over again instead of having to have 10 of them. And they also provide a way of doing something a known number of times. So I can repeat this 10 times and I know it will be repeated 10 times. I don't have to count it, I don't have to check it, it will just work. So basically loops let you do something a known number of times and help you to save code. Okay, so we're here in the dashboard prog page and we've got the default Octagon program. And basically all this program does is it declares a variable called count. It will clear the screen, print a message, and then in the loop here, it will print the value of count, which is what this line is doing right here. So this prints the value of count. And then this line increments the value of count by 1. And finally, this line here decides if we want to stop doing this and when we should exit the program. And we'll look at any statements in a later video. So if I run this, it will print the numbers from 0 to 9. And it prints program start, it does that down here, and it says goodbye at the top. So it's effectively a loop. This is the Octagon prog loop, and this loop runs forever. It's basically the heart of the program. It will just keep on going until you stop the program. And everything in this loop task, because it's a task, is run over and over again. So a different way we can do this is to use a repeat statement. So we say repeat, and then we want to run it 10 times. You add a pusher. And so it's going to repeat this one 10 times, and then we go repeat at the end, put a full stop. Now, we only want to do this 10 times. The program loop, as I just said, will go forever. So what we need to do is get rid of that line. Because we want this to only do it 10 times and then exit the program, we put exit prog here. So basically it will use the repeat to repeat this bit of code 10 times and then it will quit the program. So in theory, the output we see in the print tab should be absolutely identical. So let's run it and see. And sure enough it is. So we did exactly the same job, except we used a repeat loop. Now, if I wanted to, for whatever reason, the reason doesn't really matter, only do this once and it's a loop of 10, you can leave a loop early using the skip out statement. And what this does is it says, just get me out of this loop. So if we run the program with a skip out in there, you see, it only printed the first count and then it exited the program. So the purpose of skip out is to let you exit a loop early before it's done its full lot of repetitions. So in this case, we wanted it to repeat 10 times, but because of that skip out, it only did it once. So to summarize, loops let you repeat things a known number of times, and they also help you to save space, to save code. I could have had 10 of these, one after the other, which would have been a total of 20 lines, and the end result would have been exactly the same, but it would have been a lot more code. And the other thing about loops is they let you repeat something a known number of times. So if I want this to go 100 times, and I get rid of the skip out, because that would definitely not be good, I run it, and it will go 100 times. So it started off at 0 and it goes up to 99. So again, it's a very precise way of doing something a known number of times. For more information, visit jb.works.